Assalamu alaikum, friends. Welcome back to the podcast. Today, we are going to talk about a topic that sounds very simple and common, but when our life goes through difficult times, it becomes one of the hardest things to practice. You have often heard people say, "Be patient. Everything will be fine." But have you ever wondered what the real meaning of
in a
patience
world full
is?
of noise?
Does
Discipline
patience simply
begins.
mean staying silent and tolerating pain or injustice? Or is there a deeper psychological science hidden behind this powerful quality? In today's episode, we will talk about the hidden psychology of patience and inner peace. We will explore how neuroscience and modern psychology show that patience is not a weakness. Instead, it is one of the most powerful tools of the human mind. So, take your cup of coffee or tea, make yourself comfortable, and let us begin this beautiful journey of understanding patience, emotional strength, and inner peace. Part 2. What is Sabar? Redefining patience beyond silence. 5 minutes to 12 minutes. Host. In our society, patience is often misunderstood. Many people think patience means accepting everything silently. When a problem comes, stay quiet. When someone hurts you, simply tolerate it. But the concept of patience in Islamic psychology and modern behavioral science is much deeper than this. The literal meaning of sabr, patience, is to control yourself, to restrain your desires, and to remain steady during difficult situations. In psychology, patience is connected with two important concepts: emotional regulation. It means managing your emotions in a way that emotions do not control you. Instead, you learn to control your emotional responses. Delayed gratification. It means choosing a better long-term result instead of reacting for immediate pleasure or temporary satisfaction. Patience is the strength that keeps you standing even when life tries to bring you down. Imagine a situation where you feel intense anger. Your heart wants to immediately respond. You want to say something harsh. You want to take revenge or make a decision based only on emotions. But in that moment, if you stop for a few seconds, take a deep breath, and think before reacting, that small pause is patience. And that small pause can save you from a decision that you may regret for years. Often, the difference between a wise person and an emotional person is just one moment of self-control. The neuroscience of patience. What happens in the brain? Now, let us move towards the scientific side of patience. Have you ever wondered what actually happens inside our brain when we practice patience? The truth is, there is a fascinating neurological process working behind this powerful ability. When it comes to emotions, reactions, and decision-making, two important parts of our brain play a major role. 1. The amygdala. The first important part is called the amygdala. The amygdala is the emotional center of the brain. Whenever we experience stress, fear, anger, or a threatening situation, the amygdala becomes active very quickly. It sends signals to our body and activates the fight or flight response. This is the same system that makes us react immediately. For example, when someone says something hurtful, the amygdala pushes us to answer back instantly. When we face a stressful situation, it makes us feel anxious or afraid. When we feel attacked, it encourages us to react without thinking. This is why many people make emotional decisions and later regret them. 2. The prefrontal cortex. The second important part is the prefrontal cortex. This is the logical and thinking center of the brain. It helps us analyze situations, control impulses, make better decisions, and think about long-term consequences. The prefrontal cortex asks important questions. What will happen if I react this way? Will this decision help me in the future? Is this emotion controlling me, or am I controlling my emotion? So, what happens when a person practices patience? The amygdala may create an immediate emotional reaction, but a patient person gives themselves time to pause. They take a breath. They observe the situation. They allow their prefrontal cortex to become active. This small moment between emotion and action can completely change the outcome. A person moves from reacting emotionally to responding wisely. Modern neuroscience explains that when we practice patience repeatedly, our brain starts creating stronger connections that support self-control. This process is called neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity means that our brain can change and adapt through repeated experiences and habits. In simple words, the more you practice patience, the easier patience becomes. Your brain slowly learns that calm thinking is a better response than instant emotional reactions. Research shows that people who regularly practice patience and emotional control experience many benefits. Their cortisol level, which is the stress hormone, can become lower. Their blood pressure can remain more balanced. They develop better emotional stability. They are often better able to handle stress and difficult situations. Their decision-making ability improves. This means patience is not only a spiritual quality, it is also a powerful support for your mental and physical well-being. So, the next time you feel angry, stressed, or overwhelmed, remember, you always have a choice. One choice is to become a slave of your emotions and react instantly. The other choice is to pause, think, and allow wisdom to guide your action. Sometimes just a few seconds of patience can protect you from years of regret. And sometimes one calm decision can completely change the direction of your life. The trap of impatience and instant gratification in modern life. But the question is, why has patience become so difficult in today's world?
The biggest reason is that we have become addicted to instant gratification. We are living in a time where we want everything immediately. If the internet becomes slow for a few seconds, we become frustrated. If our food order is delayed for a few minutes, we start getting angry. If we upload something on social media and do not receive instant likes or comments, we start feeling disappointed. Slowly, our minds have become trained to expect immediate results. We want success quickly. We want happiness instantly. We want solutions without waiting. But the reality is that the most valuable things in life never happen instantly. A strong tree takes years to grow. A successful person is built through years of struggle, discipline, failures, and learning. A strong relationship requires time, trust, and understanding. And a peaceful heart also takes time to develop. When we lose patience, we often stop our own growth. Impatience makes us weak from the inside because we start chasing things that are not always under our control. We become frustrated when results are delayed. We give up when progress is slow. We search for shortcuts instead of building strong foundations. But remember, everything meaningful requires time. Nature itself teaches us patience. A seed does not become a tree overnight. A sunrise does not appear in a second. Every beautiful process requires patience, consistency, and faith. Many people leave their dreams not because they are incapable, but because they cannot wait long enough to see the results. They start something with excitement, but when success does not come quickly, they lose motivation. They forget that growth happens silently before it becomes visible. The roots of a tree grow underground before the tree becomes tall. In the same way, your efforts may be creating progress even when you cannot see it yet. Patience does not mean doing nothing. Patience means continuing to move forward while trusting the process. It means working hard without losing hope. It means accepting that some things need time. The world today teaches us, get everything now. But wisdom teaches us, build slowly, grow deeply, stay consistent. Because the things that are built with patience are usually the things that last the longest. So if your journey feels slow, do not lose hope. If your hard work has not produced results yet, do not give up. If life is testing you, remember that every test has a lesson hidden inside it. Patience is the bridge between where you are today and where you want to be tomorrow. And when you develop patience, circumstances no longer control you. You become stronger than your circumstances. Part 5. The 3 levels of Sabar: Islamic and psychological perspective. In Islamic teachings and the tradition of spiritual development, patience is not considered just a temporary emotion. It is a complete way of living. Sabar is a powerful quality that helps a person remain strong, balanced, and connected with their purpose. There are 3 important levels of patience, and when we look deeply, we can see a strong connection between these levels and modern psychology. 1. Patience during hardships. Sabar on difficulties. Life sometimes brings situations that are extremely painful. A person may experience loss, illness, failure, separation from someone they love, or unexpected challenges. These moments test the strength of the human heart. During such times, patience means not allowing yourself to completely break. It does not mean that you will not feel sadness. It does not mean that pain will disappear instantly. A person who has patience can still feel hurt, but they choose to remain hopeful and continue moving forward. In psychology, this is connected with grief management and crisis management. It is the ability to process difficult emotions, accept reality, and slowly rebuild yourself. True patience means feeling the pain, but not losing yourself in the pain. 2. Patience in good actions and discipline. Sabar on obedience. Patience is not only needed during problems, it is also needed when following the right path. Building good habits requires patience. Working toward your goals requires patience. Improving yourself requires patience. For example, waking up early every day, taking care of your health, learning new skills, working hard even when motivation is low, staying committed to your goals even when results are not immediate. All of these require patience. In psychology, this is called self-discipline and willpower. Successful people are not successful because they always feel motivated. They become successful because they continue even when they do not feel like continuing. They choose their long-term goals over temporary comfort. 3. Patience against temptations and wrong choices. Sabar against desires. Every person faces moments when the wrong path looks easier. A person may choose dishonesty for quick benefits. Someone may choose harmful habits because they provide temporary pleasure. Someone may react with anger because it feels satisfying in the moment. But a person with patience controls their desires and stays connected with their values. They understand that temporary pleasure can sometimes create long-term regret. In psychology, this is known as impulse control and moral integrity. It is the ability to control your immediate urges and choose what is right. When a person develops these 3 levels of patience, something beautiful begins to happen. A deep sense of inner peace starts growing inside. The outside world may still have storms. Problems may still exist. Challenges may still come. But inside, the person remains calm and balanced. It is like the ocean. The surface may have waves, but deep inside, there is still peace. This is the true power of patience. Patience does not make life free from challenges. Instead, it makes you strong enough to face those challenges with wisdom, faith, and courage. Part 6. Practical steps to build patience in daily life. Now, the question is, how can we bring more patience into our daily lives? Is patience something that only some people are naturally born with? Or is it a skill that anyone can develop? The good news is that patience is like a muscle. Just like you strengthen your body through exercise, you can strengthen your patience through regular practice. Here are some practical steps that you can start applying from today. Step 1. Take a 5-second pause. Whenever you face a situation that makes you angry, stressed, or emotionally overwhelmed, do not react immediately. Take a short pause. Count from 1 to 5. Take a deep breath. Give yourself a moment before responding. This small pause gives your brain time to calm down and allows your logical thinking to take control. Remember, a few seconds of patience can save you from years of regret. Many problems in life happen because people react too quickly.
A calm response can change the entire outcome of a situation. Step 2. Shift your focus from control to influence. In life, there are many things that are not in our control. For example, other people's behavior, past events, unexpected situations, things that have already happened. Worrying about these things only drains our energy. Patience teaches us to understand, I cannot control everything around me, but I can control my own response. Instead of focusing on what you cannot change, focus on what you can improve. You can control your actions. You can control your attitude. You can control your effort. And you can control the way you respond. Step 3. Practice delaying instant gratification. Train your mind to understand that every desire does not need to be fulfilled immediately. Start with small exercises. If you feel like checking your phone, wait for 10 minutes. If you want something immediately, practice waiting. These small actions build your self-control. Over time, your brain becomes stronger at choosing long-term benefits instead of temporary satisfaction. A person who controls small desires can eventually control bigger challenges. Step 4. Journaling and reframing your thoughts. When you face a difficult situation, take a notebook and write your thoughts. Ask yourself, what am I learning from this situation? Will this problem still matter 5 years from now? What can I do to become stronger because of this experience? Many times we realize that the things causing us stress today may not be important in the future. Changing the way we look at problems can change the way we experience life.
Remember, friends, patience does not mean giving up. Patience does not mean stopping your efforts. Patience means continuing with hope, wisdom, and faith, even when the journey is difficult. A person who learns to control their emotions learns to control many areas of their life, because true strength is not about controlling others. Part 7. Conclusion. Friends, today we learned that patience is not simply about staying silent or tolerating difficult situations. Patience is an inner strength that makes a person powerful during challenging times. It is a quiet force that helps you control your emotions, make better decisions, and face the tests of life with wisdom and courage. Patience does not mean that you are weak. It does not mean that you have accepted defeat. In reality, a patient person is often stronger because they understand the power of self-control. They know that every reaction is not necessary. Every argument does not need to be won, and every situation does not deserve their peace. Sometimes there is strength in silence, there is wisdom in waiting, and there is peace in trusting Allah's plan. The next time life puts you through a difficult test, remember, this moment will also pass. Give yourself time, understand your emotions, keep faith in Allah, and believe that after every dark night, a brighter morning always comes. Difficulties in life are not always a sign of weakness. Sometimes they are the process through which we become stronger, wiser, and more mature. Patience is the light that guides us through darkness, and inner peace is the reward we receive. When we learn to strengthen our inner world, instead of allowing outside circumstances to control us. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to share it with your friends and family. Subscribe to this channel for more meaningful conversations and life-changing lessons. Take very good care of yourself. Allah Hafiz. True strength is about controlling yourself.